Hello everyone, welcome to Deepti's biology class. Just now we have covered post-pollination events. What happens when the pollination takes place, right? There will be growth of pollen tube that is based on the pollen pistil interaction. Through the style, the pollen tube of the same species can grow better because of the interaction between the proteins present in both pollen as well as in the pistil. Now we will see the next event which takes place after this pollination, that is fertilization and triple fusion. So this is the another event which happens once the pollen tube is grown. Now hope you can understand these three diagram. One thing you have to remember, whenever you see these sperm cells which are written, it is equal to male gametes. These images are downloaded from the Google, these images. So where I could not find anywhere, we can replace the name with the male gametes. So since we study human reproduction also, there is nothing wrong if you are using sperm cells, but always try to replace the sperm cells with male gametes. This is a special note I am telling you. Whenever we study the plant structure, whatever it is here, wherever you see plant cells, if you are making the notes, try to write male gametes. There is nothing wrong if you are using sperm cells, but to avoid some confusion, because when we come to the third chapter, that is human reproduction, mainly we use the term sperm cells. So somewhere there can be some kind of confusion. To avoid that, try to use this term male gametes. Again I am telling you, if you use sperm cells there is no problem, but I wish you must use this term male gametes, right? Okay, let's see. What is fertilization? Is defined as the process of fusion of male and female gametes to form the zygote. Zygote will eventually develop into an embryo. This diagram, hope you can understand. This is the complete structure of a pistil. In this pistil, what are all there? Stigma, style, ovary. Within the ovary there is an ovule. Within the ovule there is an embryo sac, which is, how many cells are there? 7 celled and 8 nucleated stage, which consist of antipodals, egg cell, synergids and polar nuclei. If you are not aware about this structure, please watch the previous video. Once you understand this structure, then only you have to continue the topic, right? Now, from this diagram, one more thing you have to understand. This is a pistil on which pollen tube has already grown. There is a pollen tube with pistil. Pollen tube with pistil. So this is that pollen tube you can see, which has reached here through the micropyle. Why? At the micropyle region we can see this egg cell, right? Now, these are the two male gametes which are present in this pollen tube. If you look at this pollen tube, here you can see there are two cells you can see, right? What are these two? These two are the male gametes. These two are the male gametes, right? I told you sperm cells or male gametes. Now what is going to happen to this one is that, so what will be there inside this embryo sac? Inside this embryo sac you can see there is an egg cell. This is the egg cell, right? Instead of labeling, I'll just tell you, this one is the egg cell. What will be there near to egg cell? There will be two synergids. These are the antipodal cells and the central one is the polar nuclei, which means you know this, right? Do you know all these structures? Hopefully you know it, right? Now, how many male gametes are there? The one, and there will be second one. So two male gametes are there. You can see purple color or blue color. Two gametes are there, right? Now, how the fertilization is going to happen? Clearly you have to understand here. Now there is an egg cell. I am talking about the embryo sac. This is the egg cell. Egg cell is haploid in nature, plus the first one male gamete which is coming through the pollen tube. That means male gamete which is also haploid in nature. What it will form? This will form zygote, which is diploid in nature. So what is this? If you look at this diagram, right, this was a haploid egg cell. This is the egg, right? Here also it is labeled, and this one is the egg cell, right? Haploid in nature. You see this blue color, one of the nucleus is already there in this one. So this is the zygote, which is 2n. Now what about polar nuclei? Polar nuclei is this one, right? Which has 2 nucleus. So where will I write? I am writing here on the top. Polar nuclei. What is the ploidy of that? That is n plus n, because 2 nucleus are there, right? N plus n. This structure fuses with the second, here you can see one more, right? The second male gamete. That means second male gamete. What is the ploidy of that? That is haploid in nature. What it will form? It will form endosperm. It will form endosperm. Let me make it into a box and will once again see. Now, once again see what is the meaning of double fertilization. Since the pollen tube contain 2 gametes, what happens? 2 times fertilization takes place. One is for the formation of zygote, another one is for the formation of endosperm, right? So this 3 diagram you must understand in better way. I'll tell you, just look at this diagram. Maybe whatever is written is not that clear, but we'll try to understand the process. This is that pistil on which the pollen tube has already grown. Embryo sac is already there, and that embryo sac is here. Now, hope you can understand, this is the 3 antipodal cells. There are green color, whatever is drawn here is the synergid, and there is a central egg cell. What is this tube? This tube is actually the pollen tube. Now, pollen tube consists of, how the pollen tube is formed? Pollen tube is formed from this pollen grain. What the pollen grain is made up of? This exine, intine, all these portions are there, right? Inside this, this is a 2 nucleated or 2 celled stage. One cell with a nucleus and this waitus. This is the structure of the pollen grain. This cell is termed as vegetative or tube cell. I told you how to remember this term. That means vegetative cell or tube cell. You can remember in this way, TV, that is TV, right? Like a television we say, right? TV. So this first cell is termed as tube cell or vegetative cell, and the second one is termed as generative cell. This is what the structure we have studied, right? If you want to change the color, this green one is actually the generative one, and this larger one is the vegetative one, right? Within the vegetative cell there is generative cell. Now if you look at this side, both these cells you can see. This pollen tube, in this pollen tube, that means almost here you can see the tube cell as well as the generative cell. Tube cell will immediately grow. That means this cell will immediately grow and its nucleus will move first. Can you see the tube cell nucleus here? Don't see whether it is upside, downside or whatever it is. Vegetative cell or tube cell's nucleus. What is the function of this nucleus? This nucleus is actually show the pathway for the generative cell to come towards this embryo sac. Are you getting the point? Right? So once again, if you want to see it that much way, if this is the pollen tube and this is the pollen and this is the female style. At the stigma, at the stigma region, whenever there is this pollen growth formation, right, this is the pollen tube which is growing over this particular stigma. Just understand this way, this is the stigma. Now, what is going to happen here is that this consists of this way, right? 2 nucleus you can see. One nucleus, the one which goes in front is termed as the tube nucleus. The one which comes behind is the generative nucleus of the generative cell. Now, after some time, what can we see? After some time, you will see this cell has reached somewhere down. Why? Because this one is traveling, right? So you will see this one here, this way you will see. That means this is the tube nucleus and this is the generative one. If it is moving again, what you will see? After a particular time, you will see that in the next stage, what you will see that this tube nucleus will disappear and this generative one will divide into two. That means till you will see two. Which are these two? These two are nothing but these are the gametes which are formed from these are the gametes. Where is now tube nucleus? This got degenerated. Understand again, in the cell there was a generative nucleus and tube nucleus of the generative and tube cell. It start moving, it keeps moving. After some time what happened? You will see the same generative as well as tube nucleus. Again after some time what happens? The tube nucleus will disappear. The tube nucleus will disappear and the generative nucleus will divide into two male gametes. You will see two male gametes. From where it is formed? It is formed from this generative cell. By keeping these information in mind, let's compare this with the diagram, right? Now, when you look at this diagram, you can see that the embryo sac, different color and all given so that it will be easy to understand. This is the pollen tube which is coming. There is a tube cell but its nucleus is little forward, that is bringing this generative cell. So see, initially the pollen tube contains two haploid cells, generative cells and tube cells. We are talking about the pollen tube. Same will be there in the pollen grain also. In the second stage, what happens? The generative cell divide mitotically to produce two haploid sperm cells or two haploid male gametes. So which one? You will see this one. What is this one? This is the tube nucleus. This will disappear later and these two are the male gametes. From where it has formed? It has formed from the generative cell. It is written here, right? From the generative cell. Now, how many male gametes are there? There are two male gametes. Now, out of these two male gametes, both will enter into this. Both are simultaneously entering into this synergid through the filiform apparatus. That means the sperm cells or this male gametes enter into the cytoplasm of a synergid. Now, these two male gametes are actually reached here in the synergid. In the next stage, what is going to happen here is that out of these two male gametes entered into this synergids, one will fuse with this egg. This is the egg, right? This egg, it will fuse and form the zygote. Just you see here what happens. The sperm nucleus, what will happen? The sperm nucleus fertilize the egg forming the zygote. The first cell of this 2n sporophyte generation. That much you don't get confused. Just you understand. Zygote is formed. So what will be formed here now? This is going to be the zygote. Why? Because it is 2n or haploid in nature. Now, what happened to the second one? So, the first one fuses with this one. Right? Now, the second one fuses with this polar nuclei. So that you will get a condition. This is actually the endosperm. Now, when the synergid break down, one sperm nucleus enters or unite with the polar nuclei and form the 3n endosperm for the zygote to feed on. Now, till now what happened? There were two male gametes which has come to the embryo sac. Remember this thing. From one pollen grain, two male gametes will come. Each male gamete is formed from the generative cell. Out of these two male gametes, what is going to happen? Let's write once again here so that it will be clear. Right? Okay, so what will happen here? Egg cell which is haploid in nature with the male gamete which is male gamete which is also haploid in nature. What will be formed? What is formed? We call it as zygote which is 2n. Zygote is 2n. So where is that zygote? This is the zygote now. Now, what about another one? Now the polar nuclei which is already 2n. Why? we know that there are two nucleus, right, which fuses with one male gamete, that is haploid in nature. What it will form? It will form endosperm. What is the ploidy of this endosperm? 2n plus n, that is 3n. Now what is the function of this endosperm and zygote? Zygote will develop into embryo. This embryo in future become the plant, right? Now this embryo or zygote will be given nourishment by this endosperm. What is the connection between endosperm and zygote? Endosperm is the food for this zygote. Now one thing you have to remember, endosperm or zygote, which one forms first? You understand one thing, if the zygote is formed, endosperm is not ready, what will happen? Zygote will starve, without food it will not develop, it will die. To prevent that, first there will be formation of endosperm, then zygote will form, so that food is already ready, so that the zygote can be nourished. Now what is the meaning of this triple fusion? Whenever there is three nucleus fuse, we call it as triple fusion. Where the three nucleus fused? See, one nucleus, two nucleus plus one more nucleus of the male gamete. That means this stage is what we call it as triple fusion. If I am writing this polar nuclei as n plus n, which are those two n? Because we know that polar nuclei is already having two nucleus together. So how many nuclei are here now? One nucleus, second nucleus, and from the male gamete. When three nuclei together form, there is a triploid condition, that means 3n. This is what we call triple fusion. Three nucleus fuses. If you look at this diagram, you can see within this one, now there are three nucleus which are present. What is the meaning of double fertilization? Twice the fertilization takes place in an embryo sac, where it is one for the formation of polar, means endosperm from the polar nuclei, second for the formation of zygote from the egg. So these two fertilization termed as double fertilization. If you look at this one, what is double? See, this is one before the embryo sac situation. Ovule, polar nuclei become, see, just understand, polar nuclei become endosperm, egg become zygote, remaining synergid, all those things are going to be a part of this one only, they will degenerate. Let's quickly see this one. Pollination occurs when the transfer of pollen from the anther to stigma takes place. After that, what happens? There will be pollen tube which forms on the stigma, produces two sperm cells, or else we can say that two male gametes. Now this male gamete enters into the ovule through the micropyle. One male gamete or sperm cells unite with the egg nucleus. It unite with the egg nucleus and form the zygote. So where is the first fertilization? Here the first fertilization takes place for the formation of zygote. Now other sperm nucleus unite with the two polar nuclei to form the triploid endosperm to provide food for the developing embryo. Zygote will be developed into embryo, right? So the second fertilization takes place here for the formation of this endosperm. Now this is what we call double fertilization and triple fusion. You can understand one thing, a part of double fertilization is triple fusion. Just clearly understand. You can write the answer from this one only, right? This two steps together is termed as double fertilization. Why? Once fusion will take place for the formation of zygote, second fusion takes place for the development of the endosperm. So two time fertilization or fusion has taken place. Now what is triple fusion? Triple fusion is only this step alone, we call it as triple fusion. Why? Because polar nuclei which is already having two nucleus combines with one more nuclei from the male. So three nucleus fuses which are of haploid. Triple fusion. So what is from this, how will you write double fertilization and triple fusion? These two fertilization together forms under double fertilization. This step alone we call it as triple fusion, where endosperm is developed. What is the connection between? Now you understand this one. If you look at this diagram, the zygote is developed here, right? and the endosperm is here. Immediately all remaining things will disappear and this endosperm start multiplying. Why this endosperm multiply? This endosperm is increasing so that if this is the zygote, this zygote will feed on this endosperm and it will grow, which means the endosperm is going to nourish the developing embryo, right? So just see what happens. The pollen tube releases two male gametes into the embryo sac. One of the male gamete fuses with the egg to form diploid zygote. This is called syngamy, also called as generative fertilization. Now the second male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei. This produces a triploid primary endosperm nucleus. See, endosperm till now I have told you we call it as PEN, P-E-N. What is its full form? Primary endosperm nucleus, which means just now developed. Now it will multiply and form the endosperm structure. So a stage just before a complete endosperm we call it as primary endosperm nucleus. So you remember this way. When there is zygote, there will be primary endosperm nucleus. When the zygote become embryo, this primary endosperm nucleus multiply and will completely become the endosperm. This is less in quantity, this is more in quantity. This way you can remember, right? Now, the triple fusion is there and is also known as vegetative fertilization. Right? Why it is vegetative and why it is generative? This is actually forming that reproductive end product such as the zygote, right? But this fusion is actually for the formation of food. Vegetative means not related to the reproductive structure, right? So we call it as vegetative fertilization. Now if the question is asked what is double fertilization, you have to write this much. If the question is asked what is triple fusion, you need to write only this step. Double fertilization is both this fertilization. Triple fusion includes only the formation of endosperm. In an embryo sac, there occurs two sexual fusion, one in syngamy, other in triple fusion. This phenomenon is termed as double fertilization. Hope this double fertilization is clear, right? Refer these diagrams, refer your textbook also, and these are the definition. And in the next video, we will continue with the development of embryo as well as the primary endosperm nucleus. Thank you so much.